What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Sports with Angelo and Ryan. It's your boy Angelo.
What up? It's Ryan. What's up? Let's get right into it. We got a lot of stuff today.
Yeah,
we got it.
It's been a big weekend, week in sports. I mean,
a lot of stuff being talked about here, but
dude, I broke out a Dodgers jersey.
We got to talk about Cody Bellinger.
I broke out a
What's
Dodgers
going on
jersey
right
just because of what's going on. I mean, Carlos Correa told Cody Bellinger to shut the fuck up.
Essentially.
No, like actually. Like not even, he straight up said, if you don't know the facts, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And that's just wild.
All I can say is I really wish the Astros and the Dodgers were playing against each other this year. That's all I can say. They do not play against each other this year. They don't play against each other this year.
Listen, all I can hope is that somehow, some way, they do meet in the World Series. Even though I hate the Astros, I just want to see Cody Bellinger swing his dick all over Houston.
I would love to see that also, but like, who was beating the Yankees, dude? In the AL, who was beating the Yankees? They're only going to get better because Domingo Germán suspended for the first whatever games of the season anyway.
They lost James Paxton.
But he's going to come back too.
That's what I'm saying.
So you're only going to get better as the season goes on. Garrett Cole's a stud. He's not better than Jacob deGrom, obviously. No,
of course not. Don't even get it twisted.
Don't get that twisted.
Act like
DeGrom. Just leave. Just stop watching this video if you think that.
I mean, yeah. Like,
just
leave our channel. Yeah. I don't even care if you don't subscribe anymore because.
No, yeah, don't. We don't want it.
Yeah, that's just outrageous. If you think that Garrett Cole is better than Jacob DeGrom, but yeah, I mean, Cody Bellinger yesterday had a sick interview. I mean, it was awesome. He seemed fired up. Guy was pacing back and forth, and then they asked him at the end. They're like, "You seem really fired up about this whole Astros problem." And he straight looked him in the face and he goes, "Nah, I actually just had my athletic physical. I'm kind of out of breath, kind of tired."
I like him.
And that was great. Like I thought that was the best thing he could have ever said. It was awesome.
I mean that one I saw on Twitter like 3 or 4 days ago, or the one that originally came out, and then the one that Carlos Correa responded to. I thought that video was good. He was mad. He was pissed.
I mean, if I'm Cody Bellinger, I mean, I'm pissed it happened because I'm like essentially a World Series was stolen. Essentially,
you know how much more money you could make, and just everything just gets better.
Yeah, essentially, a World Series is stolen from the Dodgers. I think a World Series appearance is stolen from the Yankees.
I think an MVP is stolen from Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge easily an MVP is stolen.
Easily.
So, I'm pissed. I'm not even in the major leagues, and I'm pissed.
I mean, see, the thing is, my whole take on this whole thing is, I'm a Met fan. It doesn't bother us. The Astros did what they did. We played them 4 times this year, 2-2, whatever. Who cares? It's over. What are we gonna do? If something's gonna be done, it's gotta be done now. If not, then just end it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the worst quote I saw all week was the fact that Rob Manfred said, "Oh, I'm just gonna ask for a piece of metal back. What's that gonna do?" And then I saw a tweet. The tweet was the best. Somebody was like, "Yeah, that's a great thing to say when you have 30 teams who play 162 games for that piece of metal."
For that piece of metal, yeah.
That's the sole purpose of playing every single one of these games is for that.
It's just for that.
And he's
the worst commissioner in sports. He's beating Roger Goodell. It's not even close.
He's a giant asshole.
He's a giant idiot.
Yeah.
Why would you want to defend a team that's cheated in your league? He should want to exonerate them from the league.
It's just
he's defending them.
Yeah, I mean
what world are we living in? We're defending cheaters. Defending cheaters.
It's awesome. This is great for guys who cheat on their girlfriends. Rob Manfred should be their advocate.
Rob Manfred could be the lawyer.
Yeah, straight up. He could just be like, "Yeah, listen, they cheated. What am I gonna do?"
Yeah, it is what it is. It happened.
Yeah,
can't take it back. Just get over it. Is that what you're gonna do? Is that what you're gonna do? That's what he's saying. That's exactly what he's saying.
Essentially, this is the worst thing that's ever happened in baseball.
So it starts off with the Black Sox, and obviously with fixing the World Series and everything, that's bad. But it's 1901. Who cares?
Who gives a shit? Honestly.
Next thing on the board, Pete Rose.
Listen,
I don't even want to get into this right now, but he should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. We're not going to get into that right now.
Don't get me started.
So gambling.
My dad will love that. My dad will love that comment.
So gambling. We go from there. Pete Rose, he's banned. Unbelievable. The guy betting on his own team. Okay.
At least he would bet against his team and shave points like Paul Crewe and Longest Yard.
Longest Yard, I love the reference. I mean,
it could be like that.
But like in all seriousness. So then you go to gambling. He's banned for life from that. He's got the most hits. He's got over 4,000 hits. Whatever.
I mean, yeah, he's one of the greatest.
So then we go to steroids. If you're going to talk about steroids and cheating, so that's the 2 last scandals that you compare against each other. You have steroids where you still need to do everything physical wise. You need to go to spring training. You need to work out, and you need to be in shape, and you need to do all that. I don't need to do any of that when I know a changeup's coming or when a curveball's coming. Who in the world sits on an Aroldis Chapman slider and doesn't know it's coming?
Yeah, he smacked the shit out of that ball.
Smack the shit.
He smacked the shit out of that.
Like, that's what everyone's saying, too. Aroldis Chapman. So you're going to tell me a guy who throws 105, you're going to sit on his 97-mile-an-hour slider?
Yeah, why not? Guy pumps consistent shit.
I mean, I just got to bring up this one comment. The fact that they're all disputing each other on the real reason why Altuve didn't want his jersey taken off is kind of, like, hilarious.
Yeah, the fact that,
you got one guy saying that he had an unfinished tattoo that looks bad. That's pathetic.
The other guy saying
and then you got the other guy saying that his wife doesn't want him.
Mad. We had this conversation yesterday. We were standing in line waiting for some food, and we straight up said, like, what is he gonna? If I'm Jose Altuve, I'm looking at my wife and I'm saying, listen, you sit around all day and do what?
Oh yeah.
And what do you do all day? And I just go out and hit home runs. And if I hit a home run to go to the World Series, they could rip my pants off.
Strip me naked. I'll strip naked.
And on the other side of the spectrum,
send me to jail. Public indecency. Send me to jail. I'm going to the World Series.
I could have a tattoo of the male genitalia going down my chest, complete balls on my chest, and the genitalia going down my stomach. If I hit a home run to send my team to the World Series against Aroldis Chapman,
I'm spreading those balls in that cock.
Take it off me. Take it off of me because
it's too good.
I'm going to the World Series.
Dude, it's so pathetic.
I will show everybody the balls on my chest.
Bro,
I don't care.
It's so pathetic. And then you got guys like Mike Trout. So now you got a guy who's right now going on pace to be one of, if not the greatest player to ever touch a baseball. Like, imagine him knowing what's coming.
Imagine him opening his mouth. He was interviewed and he said something yesterday.
Like
which
he never speaks. If you never,
it should open the eyes of the
MLB. Absolutely, no, absolutely.
Of the MLB, like
absolutely, it's
Manfred and everybody around him because Mike Trout is the quietest baseball player in the league.
He is baseball. He's MLB. Whenever you talk to little kids and they want to, I want to be Mike Trout when I grow up. That's all you think about.
Who do you idolize? Who do I idolize? I'm a second baseman. Who do I idolize? Mike Trout. I play second base in college, and I idolize a center fielder because of who he is
and what he does and how he does it,
and
the way he goes about things.
Yes. So like,
he's making that bag.
Oh my god,
420.
Like,
is that what it is? Like 420 million?
Yeah, it's insane. But like, bro, like we're talking about. Like my dad just texted me, and I would love to know what he said because he just texted me talk about it. I don't know if he knows that we're doing the podcast right now, but this is good content for the show. Okay, yeah. I mean, we'll talk about it later in the show, but good news, Drew Brees is back for 2020. We'd love to hear that.
I mean, that's definitely going to be something that's brought up. That's breaking news that will...
Yeah, live breaking news.
Drew Brees is coming back for 2020.
Love to hear that. But yeah, I mean, for Mike Trout to open his mouth, like, and then they interviewed Bryce Harper, which made it look so bad because you got Mike Trout, who they interviewed, who's sick, like, quiet guy, doesn't say anything, doesn't say a word.
Then you get Bryce Harper, who gets thrown out of games, asshole. Piece of shit.
Complete asshole. So, like, you're on two ends of the spectrum now.
Can't. And Bryce Harper's a piece of shit who would cheat too, so he's probably defending you.
You just completely invalidated your argument by going from
God,
this is all on MLB Network this morning. This is all on MLB Network this morning. And it was so funny because me and my dad were watching it. I was eating breakfast, whatever, and I was like, "Wow, Mike Trout actually said something, but that's crazy." And then 2 seconds later, it goes to Bryce Harper. My dad goes, "Why the fuck did they interview this guy?"
Who cares what he has to say? Out of anyone, who cares what Mike Trout has?
Bro, it was
Bryce
sick.
Harper. I don't care what Bryce Harper has to say. He's on the Phillies now. Zach Wheeler.
I was crying. My dad was like, they really interviewed this guy? They're like,
he never speaks.
It's Bryce Harper. Who gives a shit what he has to say? The guy batted what? Like he was he an All-Star? Yeah, he was an All-Star last year. And he actually had, like, low-key, like...
See, the thing is, I think you're wrong. I don't think Machado and Harper, the 2 top contracts, both missed All-Star games last year.
But at the same time, though, I seen something actually the other day.
Which is why Harper was a waste for $330 million.
What I was watching was, like... Harper, okay.
Harper, yeah.
Machado. I was about to jump across the table and beat the ever-living shit out of him.
Machado makes $300 million.
I'm just saying.
Machado's a stud, bro. Listen. We're on the same page with that.
Listen, I have 2 Manny Machado jerseys. One of them is Baltimore.
I know.
The other one is the San Diego Padres. But, they said it the other day that Harper's stats last year were extremely similar to the stats that won him the MVP. Imagine that.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, though, just think about how much the game has evolved then. You have so many players doing even way better than what he did, and him having a season like that, he didn't even make the All-Star game.
No, yeah, I know, because...
But I'm just saying, like, that's how much baseball has even gotten better, but...
Michael Conforto made the All-Star game over him last year.
Michael raked last year.
No, I know he raked, but, like, imagine that. This guy's getting $330 million. What's Michael Conforto making?
5, if that.
It's great. But, I mean... It's just the MLB they look like shit, right? Like,
dude, it looks so bad.
When the NFL looks better than you right now, you know you have a problem.
You know that you're in some deep water right now. When the NFL is looking real good right now.
When people are like, oh my god, like Roger Goodell is doing a good job.
The best of all time.
That's the
best right now is NBA. Adam Silver does a fantastic job over there. He answers questions professionally.
Well,
he fixes problems. He does what he needs to do. That's no problem.
Because that's because you're taking like the three most problematic sports. Like the three most problematic sports easily are MLB, NFL, NHL. NBA, my fault.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't even talk about the NHL because when do you ever hear about a problem in the NHL? With their commissioner. Nobody said fire the NHL commissioner because who gives a shit? It's the NHL. It's hockey. People get their teeth knocked out.
Do you know the NHL?
Couldn't even tell you.
I do know who it is, though.
Who is it?
I only know about this because...
If you say his name, I might know who it is.
So, I'm, like, almost certain it's Gary Bettman. Because they were talking about women's hockey, and they were talking about him making a WHL. And they were like, oh, he was like, yeah.
The WNBA is sick.
Exactly. They were like,
I go out of my way on a Saturday night to watch a WNBA basketball game.
Because I wouldn't rather have $5 than go watch the Liberty win a championship. Or even $1. I would rather have an Arizona iced tea right here, right now, than the Liberty ever win a game. Forget about a championship or winning, like, forget about that. Winning games. I would let them go 0 for every year for $1. Give me $1, they can go 0 for every year. I wouldn't care. See, I wouldn't even know.
But this is the thing, like, the thing is, like, and it's no disrespect to any WNBA basketball players because some of them are really good. Like
Brandon Stewart plays on 2 teams. She goes away and she goes here. Stud.
Skylar Diggins.
Stud.
Hot, too.
Maya Moore.
Very hot.
Yeah.
Maya Moore. What's her name? Brittany Griner.
Man, but...
Yo, we're talking about, like, good basketball players. Yeah. Just collectively, it sucks.
Just overall, you have
Brittany Griner scores, like, 45 points a game.
You have... But also, let's see, there's no 6'8" girls. Brittany Griner's a different...
I think she's the only one that could dunk. Is Brittany Griner, maybe?
Well, Candace Parker does.
Candace Parker, that's who it is. Candace Parker.
She's pretty.
Yeah, I mean, she's a beast. Yeah. Like, those are the people that make the WNBA what it is. But then, like, you have, like, all right, great. But, like, if you put them on a team with 4 other people, this is going to be a shitty game.
No.
I'd rather watch Candace Parker and Brittany Griner play one-on-one.
Yeah.
To 21. Save me, like, 3 hours of time with warm-ups, halftime, all that shit. Save me all that. Have them stretch a little bit, take a couple shots, play the 21.
Half court, and let me go home.
You take, like, the 3 most, to get back on the topic we were talking about, you take the 3 most problematic sports, which is NBA, NFL,
NFL, and
MLB. And, like, right now, NBA is doing the best out of all 3. But, like, who would have thought 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that MLB and NFL would be right here to be the shittiest?
So the thing is... Since Adam Silver's been NBA's always been on top because he's just so good at what he's doing. An awesome, really awesome job. Then, right under here was MLB because there was no problems. Everyone loves MLB. No problems. There wasn't no super teams. You weren't getting any of that. The NFL was such a joke. You have Roger Goodell going around suspending guys for not... The footballs aren't all the way up. Like, come on, bro. 4 games. Like, he's a joke, dude.
And
it's embarrassing. But
to
think about it, how much of a joke he is...
We've
beaten it.
He's right there with Rob Manfred.
Rob Manfred is, after what's happened in the last 3 weeks of this investigation and all this Astro stuff,
awesome.
It's not even close. Rob Manfred is the worst commissioner in sports. I'm saying that right now. He's the worst commissioner in professional sports. That's 100%, and nothing can change it because he's already said too much. It's impossible.
Bro,
it's impossible.
Do you agree? No, I 100%
okay,
agree.
All right. Just making sure.
I 100% agree.
That was...
Just because of the last few weeks. Before the last few weeks, I wouldn't have 100% said, okay, yeah, he's the worst. I would have said, all right, you still got Roger Goodell, bro. Like, they're right here. Now it's like, Manfred, like, congrats, bro. You won the title.
By a lot.
We should
blew him out.
We should give that man a piece of metal for being the shittiest commissioner ever amongst all sports. He deserves a piece of metal.
So embarrassing,
bro.
Man.
It's like...
Of course, our favorite sport to watch, too. Something we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch every single Mets game, too.
I'm not even gonna miss a spring training game.
Oh, no. Next Sunday. I'll be there.
Who gives a shit about spring training, bro? Watch it.
It sucks, man. Baseball's back, but this guy's...
Bro, hot take right now? It's time for Joe Torre to be the MLB commissioner.
Bro, stop. I was just about to say, what about Joe Torre becoming the commissioner?
It's time for Joe Torre to be that big.
But are we really gonna have that guy be commissioner after what he did last year in the World Series?
I don't give a fuck.
That explanation, bro, that was pathetic. He should lose his job over that.
I don't give a shit.
Over what the Trey Turner at first base thing?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
No. I agree. I'm just saying. You guys say that's pathetic.
Terry Collins.
Terry Collins, bring me a little bit of TC. I love myself some TC.
Bro, like...
Our asses are in the jackpot.
Our asses are in the jackpot.
Our asses are in the jackpot.
You gotta give my guys a chance. I mean...
Give us a chance.
He's just giving the guys a chance.
Just giving the guys a chance.
That's what they deserve. Unless they are a Houston Astro.
Yeah, they don't deserve a chance.
They don't deserve a chance. They should legit get hit every game.
Would you want Syndergaard to drill an Astros guy?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Do you think when the Yankees play the Astros for the first time, is there gonna be beef?
See, now you want to hear what I think's gonna happen actually with that? And this is actually like, I don't think the Yankees start them right away.
I don't think they do either because you have to remember, yes, you want to get back at them. You're still looking to win a World Series here. So
that's not the reason why I'm saying that.
But that's the reason why I'm saying that.
I think you get to the 9th inning, and you hope to God Altuve gets to the plate and have Chapman just fucking
drill him. That would be poetic justice, yes.
The hardest fastball Chapman
he's ever thrown.
Drill him. And I'm not even saying in the heads, don't like kill the guy.
Don't kill him.
I'm putting it right in his ribs, bro. I'm putting it right in his ribs.
So if he's up, I think I would want to drill him right here.
You're going knees?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm going straight in the ribs. I hope, like...
It's only because if the whole thing is being worse because of what the Astros are saying. It wasn't this bad before spring training. Jim Crane, that idiot, comes out, says that it doesn't impact the game, and then 55 seconds later goes, I didn't say it didn't impact the game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you did, idiot. It's documented that you did.
It's actually, like, it's really crazy the fact that the way that they're just doing this is weird. Like, come on, like, when you lie, you have a group lie going. Let's say you're in school and you get caught by the teacer doing some shit.
And you got
talk
a
to all your boys, you're like, yo, this is the story, this is the story, this is the story.
Everyone get it down right now.
Everybody knows. You recited to me, you recited to me. We all got it. You got Altuve saying that his wife didn't want him to take his shirt off.
And then you got one of the
saying something completely different.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
oh my god.
And I actually saw a tweet too. The minute that came out, somebody retweeted and they were like, Rob Manfred, open up the investigation again.
Dude, it's brutal. It's brutal. It is so brutal. And he doesn't want to look into the fact that they cheated in 18 and 19 too.
Yeah, actually, that was another thing.
The fact that reports come out that people are texting Davey Martinez, yo, watch out. Watch out for what?
Yep. Cameron Maybin.
What?
Cameron Maybin played on the 17 Astros team that cheated. Last year in the ALCS, it came out today, I saw it on Instagram, he told the Yankees, this is what they're doing.
I didn't see that.
He said, this is what they're doing, be careful. Like, switch up the signs behind the plate, something. Touch signs, whatever you have to do, but this is what they're doing. Because he was on that team in 2017 and then played with the Yankees this year in the ALCS.
It sucks to think because, like, so obviously from 16 to 17, what were the Astros in 16? You didn't know who the Houston Astros were in 16.
That was the first year that you went over to the AL, right?
No.
How long ago did they go over to the AL?
Oh, dude, that's been...
Was it really that long?
Yeah. I wasn't even talking about that. I'm saying, so from 16...
I was just saying.
Like, so from 16 to 17, the team wasn't, like, that good. All of a sudden in 17, now you're all a bunch of studs, you rake, and then you win the World Series. And then
why not? That makes sense.
No, so then you keep doing it, like, Bregman, is he really that good?
Yes.
We don't know that.
I'll always say Alex Bregman the second.
We're both LSU guys. We love we love ourselves some Alex Bregman.
He didn't even cheat, bro. He didn't cheat. He didn't listen. He had no idea what was coming.
He had earplugs in.
See, now you know who if I'm on the Astros, do you know who I am? Like, that's the most prideful person in the world. 2 people: Justin Verlander and Garrett Cole, because they didn't get any goddamn help.
Yeah.
And they were studs. So I'm looking at Altuve and I'm saying, hey, you short fuck, eat shit. Because look what I did and look what you did, and you needed help to do that.
I really just wish that Verlander, who always has something to say about something, like, bro, you have one of the hottest girls as your wife. Why do you ever speak, bro? Just shut up, clock in, do whatever you gotta do, shut up and clock out like everyone else, bro.
Yo.
Like, he always just talking. And now what are you saying, bro? Nothing.
But I just thought of some shit.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, Jose Altuve is about to go up to the plate like Howie from the bench warmers and duck behind the umpire like this. Because he's going to get drilled.
Yeah.
You're gonna see Altuve in the dugout eating some
Bro, that's gotta go on Twitter somewhere. That's gotta go around on Twitter somewhere.
Dude,
Altuve in the box. And it's Howie.
Guys, look out for it. I'm about to go viral today.
Oh, for sure. That's gonna be so. That's gotta. We gotta retweet. Bro. Get that retweet. Get that retweet.
Yeah, for real. Like
Howie from Benchwarmers. Howie. How we doing?
Bro, that's how he's gonna go to the plate. He's not gonna go with the bat. He's gonna show up with a sword. Yo, I hope he gets absolutely clobbered.
I guess we could talk about that over-under.
For hit batters, yeah.
So I think it was
84.5?
84.5.
Yeah.
And that number started low. I think that number rise. I think it started at like 80 and 80.5, and I think it's been pushed up.
Yeah.
So what do you think on that? Is that going over or is that going under?
The only reason why I say it's going over is because you have to also take into account the incidental hit batters. Guys that are hit by accident, because it happens all the time. So when you take that into account, like figure like look it up on your phone how many batters were hit, like how many Mets batters were hit last year.
How many times Met?
Just look up how many hit like check how many times a Mets pitcher hit a batter last year as a staff, because figure if it's like
so out of 15 teams. Hold on. This is team batting. No team pitching. Here we go. So what is it?
hit batters.
Hit by pitches. DeGrom had 7.
Just check the bottom total.
So as a team with like bullpen and everything, we hit 60 guys last year.
And you had a pretty decent pitching staff.
So if you have a pitching staff that throws strikes because you have
DeGrom,
Stroman,
who's a spot pitcher who probably maybe hit like 2 guys last year, maybe 3.
If he even did, obviously
Yeah.
he was only on the Mets for however long he was. Well, so we
It was
didn't
a
watch
deadline
him
to the end of the
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
so.
So Toronto, we don't know how many he hit, but with the Mets, I mean, I love him. I hope he's gonna do good. I think he's gonna do good.
Dark Horse Cy Young winner.
Dark Horse Cy Young candidate, love it.
Love it. So, but yeah, so figure they hit 60 guys with a decent rotation.
So
You
60,
just lost Garrett Cole in Houston. Well, what am I saying? Like
It's
whatever.
84
It has
and a
nothing
half.
to do with Houston, yeah, 84.5. So 60. That's 24 more hit batters. You play about how many teams?
I don't know where that ranks in the league though. But Mets could be higher. Everyone else could be a lot lower.
Yeah,
we don't know.
but I'm just saying, like, let's take that as an average, whatever.
Average is average. Okay.
You play about like what 20 teams out of the 30. You don't play every team, obviously.
Well, the Mets didn't play with Athletics last year, I don't think.
No, but I'm saying that like as an organization, every team in the league, you play what, like 20, 25 teams.
About.
All right, so you figure you play every team once. I'm banking on every team hitting an Astro.
I can't imagine that they don't in some way, because even if it's a team that's shitty, like so earlier we talked about the Mets and how the Mets.
I'm hitting an Astro because
It's good because
the Astros come to City Field. The Astros come to City Field, and you know everybody in that stadium is expecting this.
Yeah.
Because even though
Syndergaard's got a
I don't
big
even think
guy.
we played the Mets. I don't even think we played the Astros last year.
I hope that series goes DeGrom, Syndergaard. Nothing happens in game 1, so they think that they escaped, and then the first batter, Altuve comes up. Syndergaard drills him.
I really don't even think like if Syndergaard doesn't do it, Stroman's definitely doing it.
So what
but
do you-
it's a 2-game set, so
So what do you think that they're gonna do to protect these guys? What are the suspensions? No, Manfred. He's not punishing them for cheating. You know he's gonna.
nothing. Like I don't think there's any suspension for hitting. If there is, like I just said, I'd watch every spring training game. I'm not watching baseball this year. If there's suspensions, like we saw before, the guy said, "Oh, so you're gonna suspend these guys for hitting the Astros, but not one Astros player got suspended for cheating?"
No, I agree.
Like, dude, like
You're talking about the same guy that called his own trophy a piece of metal.
piece of metal.
This is what we're talking about.
Yeah. I'm gonna start. You know what? That hashtag fire Garpax. I don't know if everybody saw that. Hashtag fire Rob Man. Rob Man. That's it. Hashtag fire Rob Man. He's gotta go, dude.
How does he even go?
I'm gonna sign a petition. I'm gonna figure something out because America's pastime. It's baseball, apple pie, 4th of July,
Apple pie.
like all of this shit.
Gotta have apple pie.
Yeah, like all
Okay,
this
so
shit.
sorry. Breaking news. Also, the Rangers just made a trade.
The New York Rangers.
The New York Rangers.
Does it say Chris Kreider? Because if it doesn't, jump out the window.
So the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes have swapped defensemen. Well, not defensemen. The Rangers got Joey Keane, and they sent away Julian Gaulier.
When you said swap defenseman, I thought they traded more.
Mark Stahl, stop! Don't stop that. We
We
would be throwing a parade right now if they traded
Alright,
Mark
we'll
Stahl.
talk about that later though. Yeah, you get live look-ins here.
Yeah. Live breaking news. It's all sports.
Yeah,
Back to
no,
Rob Manfred.
but like,
Fire Rob Man.
yeah, fire Rob Manfred. I mean, it doesn't make sense, dude. Like, you went from being America's pastime, the sport that had no problems, that was just like, okay, we had steroids and we had gambling. Steroids made the game so much better. Everybody loved it, but everybody in the league is against the fact that Barry Bonds has the most home runs of all time, should be in the Hall of Fame.
Or
Don't
Roger
at me.
Clemens.
Roger Clemens threw heat before he was on steroids. So Barry Bonds was a stud. He was an MVP off of steroids.
Yeah, that's why. I don't.
He was an MVP, not on steroids.
Yeah.
But like, you know, these guys, they want to be better. It's a thing. Like, and I'm not advocating steroids, but when you get to that level, and you're like, all right, maybe I've hit a plateau. I want to be better than this. Some of these guys will go to different.
You start
lengths
to go,
do so.
no, for sure. You go to insane. You go to crazy lengths.
You
You
know
do
what I'm
some
saying?
of this
So,
stuff
like,
for sure.
Like, this is like saying that Alex Rodriguez, for the bullshit that he had, isn't going to go to the Hall of Fame, bro.
If guys like Roger Clemens and
No, because
and
A-Rod's
Barry
going
Bonds,
to the Hall of Fame, bro. There's no doubt about it. A-Rod is going to the Hall of Fame.
if it's following suit and path the way all these PED guys are,
The fact
first ballot.
Nah, he'll probably have to be on for a couple of years. I don't think he's going to be a first ballot. I think he deserves to be a first ballot,
I think he.
but I don't think he will be because it's going to follow suit.
If we're gonna talk about non-steroids, then like Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens obviously should be in. But then
Did Ken Seiko get in?
I don't think so.
He was on steroids.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But like, dude, the reason why Bonds and Clemens are getting so much like slack for this is because Bonds holds the home run record, and Clemens was always a problematic guy. I got a Piazza jersey on right now.
Yeah.
He threw a bat at the guy.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, it's two guys that stuck out like sore thumbs, always had problems. That's why they're not getting in right now. But you take a guy like A-Rod, who was kind of like a quiet guy. He didn't really do much. The most interesting thing that happened with A-Rod was when he like there was like a fight against the Red Sox or something like that. And it wasn't even anything crazy. And then the other thing that I remember is that he got hit by the Red Sox when he came back from his suspension. First game back, he got hit by the Red Sox.
It was
he
like-
didn't do anything. He dropped his bat. He said, "I deserve that. I'm a piece of shit. Let me walk to first base."
It was like 1, 2, boom, drilled him.
Yeah. No, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like he got hit and he's like, "Nah, like this is it.
Like that's bullshit.
Let's
He
fight."
took it and that was it.
He was like, "All right, I deserve that."
Okay, so now I have a
I'll go
question
first
for
base.
you. Does this scandal right here, does this tarnish any of the legacies surrounding who it surrounds?
Yeah.
Whether if it's Alex Bregman or Jose Altuve or Correa or any of the guys that are with it.
Well, yeah, because look what it did to what's his name already, Carlos Beltran. He got fired.
No, but like, so is Carlos Beltran not making a Hall of Fame now because of this?
I don't know.
Will Alex Bregman not make the Hall of Like, this is, like, it would have to. If Pete Rose isn't making it because of gambling, and if he's not making it because of, if we're doing it because of breaking the rules, it shouldn't even be close.
See, my whole thing is,
It shouldn't even be close. It should be, he's a piece of shit. I'm not voting for you.
my thing just is that.
Sorry.
So, Bregman's so young right now. He's still got like another.
What's he, like 23?
Yeah, he's still got like another 15 years in the league. By the time he's 23,
Yeah,
that's 38
no,
years.
10 to 12.
All right, so we'll give him 10 to 12 then. Whatever.
If he doesn't die this year.
Whatever you want to give him. I mean, 10 to what did? Yeah, give him 10 to 12.
10 to
whatever. Okay, that's 10 to 12 years from. That's a decade. That's another decade away. And then how many years is it off of when you leave the league? How many years you have to wait to get to the Hall of Fame?
Isn't it like 5?
And then another 5 years on top of that. So we're talking about 15 years now. 15 to 17 years. We're not going to forget that. No, but listen.
Pete Rose gambled
No, I get that.
decades ago.
I get that, but he was also banned from the major leagues. Rob Manfred did shit to these
So
guys.
this is another point that I wanted to bring up. So you're talking about, like, with the steroids and with the gambling and everything, like, there's gotta something's gotta be done somewhere. They always talk about like
this is what has to happen. This is what has to happen. It's either you reinstate Pete Rose, and hear me
it's
out.
gotta go both ways. It's gotta go both
Yeah,
ways.
so you either reinstate Pete Rose, or you ban these other guys.
Or suspend, at least punishment.
Suspend them. At
Get
least
a
suspend them.
punishment. At
So-
least fine them. Don't even suspend them games. Play for free.
Yeah.
You play for free.
Yeah.
You have to play for free now. When teams go, and when, let's say you go to play whoever they go to play the Mets. You don't get a paycheck that day. You cheated.
Yeah, but you can't take away the bro. You can't take
Guys wouldn't do this.
suspend them.
But then suspended, you don't get paid when you're suspended? If you're suspended without pay?
No, you still get. Well, you got to be suspended without pay. But these regular suspensions, you still get your check.
But you gotta make sure that this never happens again.
I know that.
If you hear about the Red Sox who've done it already, who's to say teams aren't doing it? Teams that are just bad doing it, probably. Who's to say the Mets aren't doing it?
Trust me, the Mets aren't doing it.
No, yeah.
Because
McNeil would be batting 460 if the Mets were doing it.
Yeah. I mean, no, but like, it's a thing where it's like, everybody steals signs. We've played baseball a long time.
We stole signs in high school. That's
signs,
what you do. But there's a way to go about it. There's a way to go about it.
You have to find something, because baseball's a strategic game, it's strategy.
You always gotta find I never have a problem with finding a way to get an edge. In basketball, you go watch teams play, you know their calls, you know what plays they're running.
Okay,
that's fine.
That's it.
There's ways to go about it,
even if it's, so, like, you don't even need to go watch them, you know what I'm saying? Like, in baseball, okay, so, like, playing baseball in high school and college, whatever, you got a catcher who doesn't cover his signs. You see 1, 2, he's putting down basic signs. You got a guy who says, my last name's Alessandro. Come on, Alessandro. That means curveball.
Yes.
Nothing means fastball.
Yes.
That's the way you go about it. But you don't put and put it to basketball. They run their first series. They call a play. UCLA is their play.
Yeah.
They call that. You see what they just did. Okay, let's cut that off now.
Like, if he's doing a backdoor screen, you just go around the screen because you know it's coming.
Cut that off now. Don't let that happen. But to go to a monitor... Not find anything, literally watch the game.
So the thing is, when I talk about stealing signs, now if we're going to talk about being on second and relaying signs, like if you're going to go, hey, it's up or out or however you would relay pitches to him, that's different than, let's say, going like this and saying, okay, he's stealing. That's so different. Stealing signs like that, that's just watching what he does and how he does everything and what he, like, that's different.
Yeah. And I'm okay with stealing pitch signs. It's just like,
If you do it in a means,
right way.
If you do it in a means, like,
and don't make it obvious.
How is it really the right way though?
The way I just said. You call out a last name. That means curveball.
Oh no, yeah, but
that's because you found it by a catcher not covering his signs.
No, of course.
Not going to a video screen and saying, okay, let me look at this.
Yeah.
All right, he put down 1-3-2.
The 3 is a
fastball.
Yeah.
Or 1-3-2. The 3 is a changeup. Like whatever. Now you know their signs.
Yeah.
But there's a way to go about it. There's a way to do it. And, like, I don't even think you should be doing it from the field. Like, if there's a guy at second base and I see him, like giving him a sign, I'm picking off the second and I'm not even aiming for the base. I'm drilling that guy in the chest with a baseball.
See, that's not cheating though. Doing it the right way.
No, it's not cheating, but it's just Bush League.
It is Bush League. There's a difference between, but like there's Bush League and then there's just like straight up cheating. Like it's Bush League, but like you could do that, but also like that's why you gotta go to second signs and stuff.
That's why you just have a guy call out a name, because nobody knows. You know how many times you say, "Oh, come on, Alessandro, come on, whatever your name is," a game.
Oh yeah, and then next
nobody knows.
So like if I'm at second,
but for me to be at second and be like,
or like if I'm at second and I can see it, and I'm like, "Yo, come on, man, right here, let's go," and then
different.
Oh shit, that's a fastball.
Different.
No, yeah, exactly. No, I know.
Way different.
I think that's how. If you're gonna do it like that, then that's fine. Hell, do it like that. That means you're trying to win.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hate to say this. If you're not trying to cheat, maybe you're not trying to win. It always takes. If you're trying to cheat, you're trying to win. But don't cheat. If you're trying to gain a competitive edge.
Yeah.
Gain a competitive edge the right way is basically what I'm trying to say.
I mean, yeah. I mean, come on.
That's it.
You can't even say anything because like. The whole basis of sports is based on gaining a competitive edge.
Yeah.
You literally
scout teams, you watch film,
and
just anything you could do to beat your opponent.
Prepared, and that's it. Yep. So, if that's what it takes to gain a competitive edge, that's what it takes. And, I mean, it's just the way they did it is grimy. It's disgusting.
So, not only is it unbelievably grimy, but the worst part about it all is they're coming out and just going, like, straight heel with this whole thing. Yeah, we did it. Get over it. Like, we won the championship. They're not taking it back, so what are you going to do about it? Nothing. It happened.
They ended guys' careers.
Yes. Like, guys get sent to the minors and they were getting walloped.
David Robertson got walloped in the ALCS. That guy never gets walloped. Like, We're talking about one of the most quality.
This guy's filing lawsuits against this team.
Yeah, you ended my career. Thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
you owe me all the money that I could have made in my career, but you cost me because you pieces of shit fucking cheated.
Yeah. No, I mean, if I'm Vegas, they cost us money.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god. Or even people that bet on them.
Yeah. You cost people who bet money, you cost Vegas money, you cost...
Yeah. It's not just baseball, it goes... Families' lives are affected by this.
Yeah. Like, let's go... Like,
they don't get that.
Bro,
and even the fans' integrity of the game, to the game of baseball.
Yeah, and we're also, like... You
So
also have to
terrible.
think about, like, the fact that... I mean, I forgot what I was going to say, honestly. I just drew a complete blank. I forgot what I was going to say. But the other thing I was gonna say was that like Mookie Betts goes to LA this year, and you know the first question when he walks into that locker room from Cody Bellinger is, "Did you do it?"
So the thing is, nothing's come out on the reports for that yet. Though.
There's no guarantees.
Exactly. The
Red
Astros,
Sox?
it's here. It's black and white. It's here. They released it to everyone. This is our report. This is what we found.
The Red Sox are
The Red Sox report is nothing.
and they haven't said a thing.
Nothing. Alex Cora's been gone. That's it. They have an interim GM, and it's like interim GM. They have an interim coach, and it's like it never even happened.
No, it was smart.
Alex Cora's been waiting. I mean, honestly, what the Red Sox did is probably what the Mets should have did. The Mets waited too long with Beltran.
Oh no, but the Mets aren't getting anything about it though. They're not saying anything to the Mets about it.
Nothing. Everything was fine. Obviously, just saying like, well, obviously we should have even hired Beltran to begin with. Brody, that can't happen. You have to do your homework, especially when AJ Hinch is your guy. You can't shoot him a text, yo, what's good with Beltran? Is there going to be anything that I could deal with? Is there anything I want to have to deal with?
I mean, it's not even that, but at that point, honestly, too, is AJ Hinch really telling Brody? No shot. No shot.
Maybe not
cheating, no shot.
Not telling him, but saying, I don't know if I would, I would do your research. Yeah, not say anything cut and dry.
But then if they're guys, he's just going to be like, you were with this guy. Tell him, like, what's going on? And then it comes out on the Astros, and then they get caught.
If if I was a GM and you were a coach, or we're best friends like this, you wouldn't tell me?
If it's my team?
Yeah.
Hell no, because then I lose my job.
He lost his job. He's not even gonna be. He lost his career.
But he gave himself a better shot to not lose his job by not saying anything.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, he's thinking. Like,
I guess he's in a tough spot. The players
at that point, nothing. There was no speculation. Nothing.
I don't know what to believe though. Do you actually believe that he's saying that he didn't like it? He probably didn't like it to a certain extent, but at this point, it's like we're winning. We look good.
You might not
stop
like
it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, you might not like it, but stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
yes, you didn't like it, but you didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything about it. Yeah, just saying that you didn't like it. What does that mean?
Figure it out, and that's what I was actually gonna say. Like going into,
I don't like half the stuff that goes on in the world. I don't do anything about it. I just don't like.
Yeah, going into that ALCS this year, I didn't think anybody was beating the Yankees. I don't care if it was the Astros or not.
So, going into the playoffs, I was with the Astros. Like, before this, I don't like the Yankees. I'm sorry, I just don't like the Yankees. I mean, it is what it is. I don't like the Yankees.
I'm not a fan of the Yankees, but I mean...
Now?
When I see good, I see good.
I saw a tweet yesterday, you'd probably love this. And just like that, the Yankees are no longer the most hated team in baseball.
That's sick.
Because it's the Astros.
That's awesome.
By a lot.
It's awesome.
Like, Astros... Yankees.
Yeah.
By like a lot. I don't even...
Yeah,
bro, like the Yankees don't even bother me that much because yeah, they buy their players, but that's not cheating. Whatever, you're just sick. Good for you. I hope A-Rod buys the Mets and we sign Mookie next year.
Yeah, A-Rod, buy us.
A-Rod, please, if you're not going to see this. If you do, buy us, please. We're
No, just watch this, please. Just sit down. Just sit down with J-Lo for a little while. Watch this. Yeah, halftime.
The halftime show.
Yeah. Talk about NFL, I mean...
Roger Goodell did a good job with that.
My eyes were glued to the screen.
Roger Goodell did a good job with that.
I've never heard so many like low key comments come out of my house at one because everybody was just watching and you would just hear a voice behind you.
I've never seen Twitter so dry for like 10 minutes.
And then right after that 10 minutes was up,
boom, 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 boom. J-Lo, Shakira, J-Lo, Shakira, J-Lo.
Usually like I'll take like a video of the halftime show. I took the fastest picture of my life.
I mean, it should have been DVR.
Typed it as fast as I could, and put it on my Snapchat, and got right back to watching.
I wish I DVR'd it.
Just look it up on YouTube. I did. I did. Just look it up on YouTube. I watched it. I mean, dude, like I sat here and I just heard like behind me, like all I would hear is like, holy shit, like just like quiet. And then like somebody would talk and be like, "Shut up."
And I didn't come in until after, of course. I watched this. I remember.
If you were here, you would have got it.
That would have been so funny. That would have been so funny. I had to watch it there first, and then
we were sitting here, and like I would just hear like somebody like, they'd be like, "Holy shit!"
Probably Anthony.
Nah, Anthony wasn't.
Oh no. James.
Nah, he wasn't here either.
Yes, he was. I was sitting next to him.
Not during the halftime show.
Oh, okay.
And then, but like, and then like my little cousin would say something, and he would like, it had nothing to do with the halftime show. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, did you see?" And then my dad would be like, "Shut up."
It's on right now.
He'd be like, "Watch, shut up."
He'd be like, he's like that guy. It's like, he's something mad hot right now. It's like, oh, anyone see that Panthers game last week? It's like, shut your mouth right now.
I mean, I say that to him anyway. The minute he mentions the Panthers, I'm like, you need to shut up, dude.
No, I'm just saying, like, hey, what's on the Rangers play, Mark? Shut up right now. Shut up. You watch what's on the screen right now.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah. And we got that nice big, like, dude.
Yeah, come on, watching it on this.
Where do you think I watched it on YouTube? It was on there. I didn't put it on my phone, on my computer. I got this TV. I put it on here. Jesus.
Oh,
no shot. I'm watching that shit
so
on my phone.
Good. It's so good.
But I mean, yeah. If we're talking NFL, we're talking Super Bowl. I mean, catch the Saints there next year. Got Drew Brees back.
Listen,
the only problem I have
Michael
now,
Thomas.
This is the
stud. Best wide receiver in the league. If you tell me different, you could tweet at me and we'll fight about it. Because you're wrong.
This is just the thing that I'm thinking.
King_Renfred is my Twitter, by the way. If you want to tweet at me.
The thing that I'm worried.
Joe
about,
Burrow.
The thing that I'm worried about now is that Bridgewater's leaving. Obviously, there's no doubt about that.
Did you see the report that came out? I didn't say anything to you because I didn't want you to cry about it. But apparently, there is being a lot of heat around Taysom Hill going to the Patriots.
Yeah.
So now, if Bill Belichick
gets
Taysom Hill, I mean,
if that does happen, like, honestly,
it's unfair.
I'll be dead.
It's unfair.
No, not forget about dead. Like, unfair, because I wouldn't give a shit because I wouldn't be able to watch because I'd be dead. Like, I mean,
where would he go, though?
Who?
If Teddy leaves, why wouldn't Taysom just stay back?
That's why I'm
Drew
saying.
is leaving.
That's what I'm saying. I think
you can do it for 1 or 2 more years, bro. Especially if you guys are going to be title contenders next year. Just do it for 1 more year. You play a bunch anyway. What's the big deal?
What I'm thinking is, Teddy will probably go to. I think he's going to go to Tampa Bay.
So Teddy's got either Tampa Bay, possibly the LA Chargers, but I think they're going to go ahead and draft either Herbert or either Tua, whoever drops where.
Yeah, whoever drops to them.
The Panthers, if they decide to pass on from Cam Newton.
They're going to pass on from Cam Newton. They better, listen,
Matt Rule's in there. He's making $70 million. He could do whatever he wants.
I need some competition in the NFC South, please.
Oh, it's been a bit embarrassing. Last year was embarrassing.
Do me a favor.
What the Falcons start off 1-6?
That's why the Saints keep losing the playoffs.
1-6, Julio Jones. You're 1-6 with Julio Jones. How does that happen?
Ugh. This is the reason why it's giving me Angelo to think about this. This is the reason.
Can't speak right now.
This is the reason why the Saints keep losing in the playoffs.
They have no win in the regular season.
We just breezed through the regular season.
Tampa Bay.
And we're like, wow, we're good. And then we play down to our competition. And then we have like a close game with Carolina. And it's like, what the fuck just happened?
And then you go into the playoffs.
And then the rest are like, wait, who did these guys play all year? They can't go to that
they
Super Bowl?
Yeah.
What's his name? Who got hit that year? It wasn't Traquan Smith. Was it Traquan Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, Traquan Smith gets absolutely hammered by Roby Coleman.
Roby Coleman, yeah.
And then Kyle Rudolph Superman punches the quarterback.
I forgot to bring this up to you. They did a comparison. The George Kittle push-off.
Yeah, I know. Which was worse?
Kyle Rudolph was way worse. Had to be 10 times worse.
I know.
Full extension, and he came off.
You're telling me things like that?
Kittle, half a Heisman pose.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I had the Chiefs and I won on that, so it's okay. I'm just saying.
I had the Niners, lost.
That's a 20 for me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it's just a Saints thing, and then like at the same time, like the Minneapolis Miracle, God was just like, these guys didn't play anybody this year. They're gonna be named the Saints. Not play anybody, win all their games, and then want to go to the Super Bowl? No. Stephon Diggs, jump. Marcus Williams, I hope you completely run past him.
And drill our guy. Drill our guy in the process.
Like, I'm convinced that, like, while Stephon Diggs was in the air, like, God, like, stopped the frame up in heaven.
Like in Click.
And grabbed him and moved him up a little bit, and then Marcus Williams just ran underneath him.
We were in Click for a hot second.
Yeah, and God moved.
God stopped it.
So he could run past him.
He put Williams over just a tiny bit, kind of like when
just so that he just misses him.
So then he goes, and Click.
Play. See.
Boom! Yep. Stephon Diggs!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And
I can't stand Stephon Diggs.
And to think they got blown out the next week.
If I saw Stephon Diggs, the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
The Eagles won this.
Yep, the Eagles with Nick Foles.
Big Dick Nick.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
Philly special. Philly, baby.
Like, dude,
I'm a Giant fan though.
Dude, like, come figure it out.
No, you have to figure it out. Have to. Sean, I'm not gonna lie. Sean Payton, has he been a great coach? Obviously, fucking. Who in the world would ever Super Bowl wise come out in the second half and start like who? All that. He's got to do more in the playoffs, man. His time management not that good.
I saw it on First Take.
It's not that good.
Stephen A. said something like, "We're all talking about like Drew Brees, but like, do you move on from Sean Payton? Like, the guy hasn't won, you know."
He hasn't. He brought you guys in 09. Bounty Gate happened. He didn't do anything in 10. Came back in 11, and haven't been bad. You guys have been a good team, obviously.
No, I think the most games we maybe have lost is
probably 5. What are you 11-5 or 10-6 every year?
Our worst year was 11-5. We really we've been 12-4 every year, 13-3.
But like the playoffs, man, he's starting to become Andy Reid.
No, he is.
I know he is. No, I know he's got to finish it off. I know.
It's the Saints in the playoffs look like the Patriots against the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
they just suck. They just blow it. Like. They should start cheating.
Patriots and Giants in the Super Bowl.
Like, it's ridiculous, dude. But, like, I saw, like, a lot of stuff coming out now. So, like...
But, like, even then, the Saints, they're not that far off. They lost in overtime on a BS call.
Yeah.
So, it's like, think about it. I think they beat San Francisco if they won that game.
Yeah, because it's San Francisco.
Well, no, if they won that game, they would have played Green Bay. They're beating Green Bay in Green Bay because Aaron Rodgers, that was pathetic what he did against San Francisco.
Oh, my God.
I think wait, who would play San Francisco then?
No, it would have been... We would have played Green Bay. The winner of Seattle.
San Francisco.
Yeah, it would have been Seattle, San Francisco. And then the winner of that would play each other.
I think Seattle would have beaten San Francisco.
So I was just.
I think it would have been Seattle, New Orleans, the NFC Championship.
Different NFC Championship.
Yep.
But
and it would have even been the same Super Bowl. I think it would have been Saints Chiefs, which is what I had at the start.
Oh yeah.
I had Saints Chiefs going into it.
No, because I think if the Saints play the Niners again, you don't lose to them. Because they beat us in the regular season in that bullshit shootout game.
That's what 48-46. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why.
I think the Saints defense comes out and just wallops the 49ers and that's it.
No.
But I don't see Taysom Hill leaving just because there's so many quarterbacks on the market. The guy hasn't proven himself as a franchise starting quarterback yet.
And it is a good draft class.
Exactly.
You got Tua, you got Herbert, you got some good guys.
There's not that many teams that need a free agent quarterback. If I'm Taysom Hill, I'm taking the franchise tag now. Come back next year, get my contract.
Franchise tag? What's he going to be worth? $5 million?
Probably.
So
take it for one more year, dude.
Take your $5 million. Be on a team that loves you. Your fans absolutely adore you. You're in the perfect situation. New Orleans is a great place. Like, why would you even want? Like, why? What's such a rush? You're learning from one of the, if not like you're learning from one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever throw a football. Why wouldn't you want to stay behind there?
Yeah, I mean,
one more year.
Like if we're talking statistically, like
Drew's done this year. You know that, right?
No, yeah, I mean, no doubt.
This is it. This is farewell tour.
This is it. It's either you win the Super Bowl.
This is Super Bowl or bust this year. If you're the Saints, I don't even know what to do different.
Nothing.
There's nothing to do different. You have. I think go sign Des Bryant, dude. Why not? Go sign AB or Des Bryant.
No, I'm not taking AB. I'll take Des Bryant, but I will not take AB.
Why not AB?
He's got too many problems, dude. I don't need that.
I think he's fixing himself now. He's getting like
the guy wants to fight Logan Paul. Are you kidding me? He's fixing himself? He's gonna fight a YouTube personality. Fixing himself. Give me a break.
I think he ends up back with the Patriots, though.
I don't know where he ends up. I don't give a shit.
At the combine, he said
he ends up in jail.
Fair enough.
Like, dude, I can't stand. I think he's an asshole. But
yes,
I also used to think Des Bryant was an asshole until he became a Saint, and I kind of like actually saw what he was about. And I really liked him as a Saint.
Bro, he's not an asshole.
I know.
He just wants to win.
Yeah.
And they weren't winning in Dallas, and they weren't giving him the ball. He just was like, yo, this is bullshit.
Exactly. And I really
I actually genuinely liked Des Bryant. Throw up the X, baby.
I was hyped when we signed him. He played like one game, and he tears his Achilles, dude. I was like, shit. But like, you
don't even hear about him anymore. Des Bryant. When's the last time he's played in an NFL game? Before he tore his Achilles like that. He's most famous for the catch that never happened.
Yeah. The catch. Yeah. Imagine being the guy.
And now Mike McCarthy's coaching that team.
Yeah.
The same teams that would do it, and then they asked him, they go, "Hey, Mike, what do you think about that catch? Was that a catch like all these years later?" And he's like, I forget what he said.
Probably said no, like an asshole.
Such a piece of shit.
But so like no, but what I'm thinking with Taysom Hill is right. You take your franchise tag because listen, Phillip Rivers is going to Indianapolis.
I don't know where.
Why not Tampa Bay?
Bruce Arians.
I'm telling you, watch.
Tampa Bay's better.
I'm telling you.
Actually, no, they have a good offensive line. They have a good offensive line. They could have an offense.
With Phillip Rivers, the Colts they're competing for the AFC South.
Okay. I think they're competing for the AFC South without him. They did it this year.
They are, but it's a lot more serious now.
But if you get Phillip Rivers, that's got to put you over.
Because
if you're getting a guy like that, you got to.
But I'm saying preseason, you're saying, okay, the Colts could win this thing. Last year preseason when Angelo retired.
Oh, you thought they were going 4-12, but Jacoby Brissett.
Exactly, and he showed up somehow.
What the Colts really need to do this year, if you're not going to sign Phillip Rivers and you're going to stick with Jacoby Brissett, you have to sit him down and be like, listen, we gave you last year, you did pretty good. You have to build on that, and if you don't build on that and get better, we're moving on from you because we don't have that kind of time. You have Quentin Nelson, they have Costanzo, another good offensive lineman.
Marlon Mack in the backfield.
They have a T.Y. Hilton out wide. Jack Dole's pretty
defense
good.
Is
Eric
good.
Ebron.
Your defense is good.
Darius Leonard.
Dude, like
George would like this right now.
George would love this.
We're talking Colts right now. Colts football. What up?
But your defense is good. You're a competitor without a great quarterback. You got Jacoby Brissett. You're a quarterback away from being very good.
But Phillip Rivers is the quarterback that you're talking about?
He's a veteran presence.
I would rather have Teddy Bridgewater.
Then go Teddy Bridgewater. But somebody's going to Tampa Bay, somebody's going to LA.
Yes.
It's down to those two.
No, someone's going to LA. Well, no, they could just draft. Tampa Bay could just draft someone.
Well, LA can. Oh, I mean, somebody's going to Tampa Bay, somebody's going to Indianapolis. My fault.
Yes.
LA's probably going to draft somebody. I think they're full rebuild right now.
I think they're going to take Justin Herbert. That's the talk right now.
Out of Oregon, too. He's right there.
Unless there's a way that Tua slides, I think they would take their chances on Tua, let him get the time that he needs. It is what it is. Let him take his time to recover, and they'll be shitty again. Get another good draft. They'll be good if they could do that. But if they take Herbert, I think they could. Why not? The West, besides the Chiefs, it's the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders, who are going to Las Vegas, and what are they going to really do? I mean, you think they get Tom Brady?
Might get Tom Brady.
The Vegas.
Bro, did you hear the offer that they want to give him?
What? It's like $30 million a year.
2 years, $60 million. Dude's insane.
To live in Las Vegas.
To play for a brand new team.
And it's not even,
I don't even think it's to win a championship. No. Don't even think it's to win a championship. It's
legit
just to bring in stuff, yeah.
Yes, to bring in revenue.
That's it.
Hell yeah.
Because with the rest of their team,
we gotta go to Vegas for the
I mean, you got Josh Jacobs, which is,
stud. Yeah. He should have won Offensive Rookie of the Year, by the way. So we'll throw that out there.
So you got Josh Jacobs, which is awesome. And then and you don't have a terrible team.
No, you have good pieces. They were good this year. They had a shot. They lost like 4 games in a row to end the season.
Tyrell Williams, I had him on my fantasy team.
He's good.
Disappointed me towards the end of the season.
But he's good.
Opening up, he looked good.
You gotta think though.
But you gotta remember he had Derek
Carr.
That's the thing.
Derek Carr. Exactly.
So it's gonna be a very interesting NFL season with all the moves that are gonna happen.
No, this is gonna be a fun offseason because the Patriots are in a dynasty and there's no team that's like, the Chiefs, they're not automatic favorites next year. I think it's gonna be a good season next year.
Another thing that I heard was that you could see Cam Newton go to New England.
So I've heard that also, and that would just be unbelievable. But I don't know how that's going to work, though, because Cam can't throw.
I don't think it...
Bill doesn't have a running quarterback system. I don't know how that's going to work.
I'm not saying that it'll, make them good. That's not why I'm saying that. I'm saying that because it shakes things up even more.
Yeah, Cam Newton, a guy that was in the NFC, playing in the NFC South, now goes to the AFC East to replace Tom Brady and play for Bill Belichick, a guy that hasn't had a new quarterback in 20 years.
Which, I don't care.
I think that's got to put the Bills as favorites for the AFC East, no?
Makes the team worse. I think it makes it a competition for the Patriots to be the 2 team in the AFC East.
With the Jets?
With the Jets.
I think the Jets are going to be good next year.
So I think if Sam Darnold was healthy this year, they were good.
But think about it.
You remember they beat good teams, bro?
But the games that he wasn't healthy... So the games that he missed, what did he miss? 4 games?
6.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Oh, my fault, yeah.
He missed 4.
He went 6-6 as a starter.
He missed 4.
He missed 4. That would be 6-6 as a starter, 4 games. Yeah, you're right.
So he missed 4 games. They went 0-4.
Yes.
What are they gonna do with him? They lost to the Eagles, who were better than them. They lost to they lost to the Browns, who were better than them.
You have to realize at that point when they played the Eagles were not playing good.
And they lost Week 1.
But they're not playing good football when the Eagles are playing.
They still lost.
They didn't lose Week 1. They scored 40-something points Week 1. They won against the Colts.
Talk about the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets won Week 1.
This year?
Yes. They scored 40-something points.
No, they didn't.
Dude, I swear to God. Check on ESPN. The Jets won Week 1 this year. They scored
the Jets played the Bills this year, bro. They opened up. I had them in Survivor. I know that.
Yes, but they scored 45 points. They lost, yes, but they scored...
The Jets lost 17-16. I don't know what game you're talking about. I legitimately have no idea.
Maybe it was a different week then.
I think you're talking about
Jets
the Lions.
At one point... Yeah, that's what
Jets Lions. Yes. Sam Darnold threw a pick 6.
Yes.
And then they ended up winning 45-16 or whatever it was.
That's the game I'm talking about.
Yes. I was going to say...
I thought that was Week 1, though. I could have sworn the Jets opened up 1-0 this year.
I know for a fact
And they kicked the shit out of the Lions. That's what I thought.
Jets schedule what year?
2019.
Jets schedule 2019. So they played the Giants, the Falcons, the Saints, and the Eagles in the preseason. Opened up against the Bills.
Okay.
Won 17-16.
They won or lost?
Lost. I'm sorry. Got waxed by Cleveland on Monday Night Football. Remember when
yes.
that huge hit on Simeon, like snapped his leg? Yeah.
Yes.
They got waxed 23-3.
So this is when Darnold's down now, though.
So Darnold didn't play against the Browns.
Week 2, yes.
So that's 0-1. If Darnold plays, does that really make a difference? Are they going to beat the Browns? At that point in the season, they were doing okay. They lost week 1. They weren't losing week 2. When they got waxed week 1 against Tennessee, there was no way they were going to lose week 2.
See, I hate talking Jets because you don't know. They're weird.
So then the next team is the Patriots.
You don't beat the Patriots. That's just...
He's not beating the Patriots.
The Jets don't beat the Patriots ever. So.
And then the Eagles was 31-6. I don't think they're beating the Eagles either. And then he comes back to play the Cowboys, and they beat the Cowboys. Then they play the Patriots, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Jets! They can have a shot. Monday Night Football. They can turn their season around."
They got their dicks kicked.
Sam Darnold goes for like a QBR of 30.
Yeah.
He's seeing ghosts, and they get waxed 33-0.
Yeah. See, but that's my thing though. I do think they beat the Eagles. Because the Eagles were not playing good football at that point, but who was the Jets quarterback when they played the Eagles?
You do have Luke Falk, and it was Trevor Siemian for that first half, but...
Dude, exactly.
I agree, but so the 2 times, the Patriots, you're still not going to beat the Patriots. The Eagles, I still don't think they're going to beat the Eagles, and you have to remember they were missing C.J. Mosley, who had a pick and a fumble return in the game against Buffalo, and they still lost.
Bro, I really do think...
So
I don't know. I think Sam Darnold is a quality quarterback. I think he could take that team to a decent place. I mean, I definitely think I think they can compete for a 2 seed this year.
In the
AFC East.
You think they could be like a wild card team?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll come back.
Look, yeah.
As we start to come around, we'll come back around. We'll make our predictions. That'll be good. We'll see who's gonna go where. We gotta make Super Bowl predictions and stuff.
I mean, so we have about how is that? Yeah, we got
minutes left.
10, 15 minutes left. So let's do a quick little. I just want to talk about WWE real quick.
Let's do it.
Very interesting.
NXT.
I mean, NXT.
I thought NXT was
sick.
Awesome. I thought I haven't watched. I couldn't remember. I couldn't tell you the last time I sat there and watched a pay-per-view, and I couldn't take my eyes off it.
Yeah, I mean,
we were sitting here watching it, guys. We were all like, this is awesome.
If anybody who's a little older than us, our age, who doesn't watch WWE right now or anything like that, if you did watch WWE and you enjoyed that Attitude Era,
Ruthless Aggression era. Yes.
Definitely start watching.
That's our stuff.
NXT. Definitely watch NXT.
Oh, NXT is so good.
That's literally what it is.
Because Triple H now writes for them.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't write for them, but he's in charge.
Well, he's in charge of that.
So I mean,
Finn Balor, that was such a good match.
That match was good. Every match was
awesome.
I mean, and it was a typical WWE shitty ending.
Yes. Always. What is up with them in the awful endings?
A typical when Tommaso Ciampa just gets screwed, bro. I don't understand.
So not only do you bring out the Undisputed Era to mess up everything, Tommaso Ciampa gets out of that, and then you have Johnny Gargano, who had nothing to do with it. He lost earlier in the night.
You guys fought earlier.
He lost earlier in the night. And what is he doing out here?
And it just didn't make sense.
It makes no sense. What are they doing? What are they doing with Adam Cole? Is he staying down there?
Yeah, I think
he's not making it.
But because the thing is, now everybody wants. This is the thing. Everybody wants to fight for NXT. Because
Charlotte Flair went back down to fight for the women's NXT.
No, and honestly, I think they're gonna do with NXT what they did with ECW. Not what they did.
I thought you were gonna say WCW, Monday Night War.
No.
That would be cool.
What I'm saying is,
I don't think they will, but that would be sick.
What show was on Wednesday nights?
ECW.
So I think they go Monday Night Raw, make NXT a WWE thing. You go NXT on it is, but it's the lower WWE.
It's like a minor league.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you make that an actual WWE.
So make that an actual WWE promotion. So now it's 1, 2, and 3.
And then you have Charlotte Flair go down to NXT to put them over. You have Adam Cole stay there. Last night Shayna Baszler. Well, last week on Monday Night Raw.
Rhea Ripley's awesome too.
Shayna Baszler bit Becky Lynch's neck. Some crazy shit blood. Shayna Baszler is an NXT person. Yeah. She's in the Elimination Chamber.
They're doing an Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
For women?
Yeah.
When?
At the pay-per-view this month. The end of this month.
It's Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, no, it's because
probably next week.
I always remember.
We're already what?
It's almost the
18th. Yeah, so.
I always remember growing up.
Might be this Sunday.
It was Royal Rumble. It was No Way Out, which was always the
Elimination
Chamber.
Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. and then you go into WrestleMania.
Isn't there one more in the WrestleMania? Or they take off for that month and a half until...
I think it was like Cyber Sunday or Cyber...
They used to throw those... Or Taboo Tuesday.
Yeah, it was a stupid ass... stupid thing.
Taboo Tuesday, I remember that.
But, I mean... I definitely, like... NXT needs to be like the ECW now.
Yeah.
And you need to just forget... Paul, I don't know who's in charge of Monday Night Raw. It might be Paul Heyman.
I think it is Paul Heyman. And I think Eric Bischoff does. Or flip-flop. It's Bischoff and Heyman, and I think they write for whatever.
Get them out, bro.
Why? I like Heyman.
Give Triple H the reins of all three.
Now that I can agree with, but do you think he could do all that?
Yeah.
Writing for...
He's not writing.
Being in charge of all three shows?
Yes. But you don't make him...
But it's not just one,
I'm not saying you make him like...
NXT does a bunch of shows that aren't like...
No,
you
but
can't do all
I'm
those.
saying, though, you don't make him like the manager of the show. Like, you know how, like...
Remember
when like Teddy Long used to come out and like do those stupid dances?
Teddy Long.
And like Eric Bischoff was the GM of Raw.
Yes.
You still have GMs like that. So you still have Eric Bischoff run Raw as GM. You have Paul Heyman run SmackDown, whatever they do.
But he's just the over guy.
He's the guy who's over all this stuff, and he controls the storylines. He's doing a hell of a job in NXT.
But if you control the storylines, isn't that him writing?
No, he just controls what happens. Other guys write.
Okay.
So like him having like Rhea Ripley be the win on Sunday night. It's like, okay, Ripley's winning. She's staying champion. Figure out how.
Oh, and then they just write it out to however they want to make that happen.
Or like Rhea Ripley's gonna beef with Bianca Belair.
Figure it out. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Give him those reins.
So yes, because he's got good ideas. He's been through everything. He's been through the Attitude Era. He's been through the Ruthless Aggression Era. He's been through the best parts, in my opinion, of what is WWE and how you know WWE between Stone Cold and The Rock, and that's what you know. Like Ruthless Aggression on WWE Network. We're gonna check that out later.
It's sick, yeah.
Check out Ruthless Aggression on WWE Network if you haven't.
It was awesome. I saw it. It was sick. It's gonna be a full series.
That was what we growing up. If you're 18, 19, 20, 21, this is what we grew up watching.
Grew up around that. Even younger, even older than that.
Yeah, even older than that. My dad.
2002 really started Ruthless Aggression.
Dude, it was so good.
When Cena came in and just
Thugonomics.
It was legit. They said it on the show. Like they
so good.
Vince McMahon said, "I want a guy who's gonna come out and take it, not a guy who I have to hand this to."
Like he's just gonna do it.
He said, "And let's see who does it." And supposedly Cena was that guy. He said, "You know what? I want it, and that's it."
Hey, listen,
and look at what happened. Look at what he's the face of the country.
Dude, he's a 15-time championship or whatever he is. Like he is WWE. When you think of WWE, you think of right away.
Exactly.
John Cena.
If I went out and said, "You know WWE,"
name someone from WWE. Oh, John Cena. He's or The Rock.
Or The Rock. Yeah.
Like that's how iconic he is in WWE.
No, he's Rock level superstar.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I don't even know his regular name. What's his real name?
Who?
It's not Cena.
It's John Cena.
Not in real life.
That's his real name.
Is it really?
Yes. It's John Cena.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Oh. And at OVW when he fought before WWE, his name was Prototype. That was his wrestling name, was Prototype. But yeah, his name is John Cena. Dude, it's just like WWE needs to get back to that edgy, like
the worst thing they ever could have did was going PG.
Yeah,
I understand.
PG-13 now. So
the thing is, I understand bringing like those kids into it, but you have way more fans like me, you, our pops. Like those kids are gonna get into it. Like whatever, it's blood. Like I don't know. I think what the way NXT looks now. If NXT can look like Raw and SmackDown, you've got me. I'll be there. I'll watch it every night.
I know you don't watch it on Wednesdays, but before
I'm going to now. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow night.
Before the Adam Cole fight, Tommaso Ciampa was doing a promo where they wanted to sign the contract.
I saw that.
And he took the blood off his hand
and put it on the contract.
That's sick, bro. That's awesome.
Yes,
that's WWE. That's what wrestling is. Shayna Baszler bit the back of Becky Lynch's neck last Monday on Raw. Had blood all over her mouth and spit it out.
Bro, it was sick.
Even
just thinking going back to when you go back to all those huge contract signings right before WrestleMania or whatever it was. You have security teams fleeting in. You got millions of guys trying to keep these guys away from each other.
You had a guy getting stabbed in there with a pen.
You got guys using brass knuckles on each other.
Yeah. Like WWE used to be sick.
Awesome.
And then it just
the Dudley Boys.
Once they went PG, it was they lost that edge.
They tried
and now they're finally coming back to that edge.
They became so soft. That's the problem. It was
last night on USA, Shayna Baszler was doing a promo with Becky Lynch, and she was at Elimination. She's like, "I'm gonna fight at Elimination Chamber. I'm going to chew my way through the competition." It was kind of funny because she bit Becky Lynch's neck. And then she goes, "And then I'm going to see you at WrestleMania and rip the shit out of you." and said it like shit on TV, and I was like,
That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah,
like it's finally getting back to what wrestling, which is a violent thing, is supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. You're not supposed to do.
Ooh. See.
Ooh.
Yeah, but the whole thing was like so. I also like my own opinion. I thought Cena going from the Doctor of Thugonomics per se to like the kid guy. I thought that was all them going PG.
Yeah.
It wasn't. That was Cena's decision.
Yeah.
And you'll see that in the show.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
It was his decision because he saw what his fan base was becoming. It was becoming a lot of kids, a lot of younger people.
And he didn't want to be
And it wasn't even that he didn't want to be edgy for them, but he was like, these people are going to be around a lot longer than like the older people are. Let's shift it. Yeah. And let's use that to make our revenue now. And they did, and that's exactly what they did.
Listen, we might not have liked it, but it doesn't matter what we like. They're looking to make money, and they made their money.
It just sucks, though, because you had that age group, which was our age group, because I loved Cena as a kid.
Of course.
Oh, my God. I met John Cena.
How many You Can't See Me stuff I own,
I have a WWE belt in my closet, a real one signed by John Cena, like the heavy-ass belt. And, like, we loved him. We shifted. I still love him to this day, no matter what he did, whatever he changed about himself. I love it. Yeah. Still love him to this day. Then my cousin's generation, my cousin's 15 now, hate John Cena. Because they saw what saw Cena sucks.
Cena
So they started jumping in on that.
Exactly.
And it's like,
but us,
sucks.
We knew Cena when he was going against like Kurt Angle and Randy Orton and Edge in like 06, 07, yes. It was so
that's the one thing I don't like, because they kind of ruined the end of Cena's career.
Yeah.
Like, these fans that don't like Cena because they saw him like this and
they
saw
like
Cena sucks.
We don't.
No, it's not even that. It's just that they saw that Cena sucks, so they say Cena sucks and they don't like him. I hate that because it's such a shitty way for John Cena to go out, bro.
Hell yeah. After everything he's done for this company and what he does for this company, he still comes back. He's going to fight at WrestleMania, probably.
No, it's like guaranteed.
He's going to fight at WrestleMania.
They just don't have an opponent for him yet. But it just sucks, bro. Like, Cena's the guy. He's your guy.
Yeah,
and now Roman Reigns is your guy. No matter if you like it or not, Roman Reigns is your guy.
You have to go off what's working for you.
I don't care if people boo him, bro. He is your guy. He is the best wrestler in WWE right now.
No,
he's your guy. That's it.
I love Roman Reigns. I forever will. I mean, of all time, it's Undertaker, obviously. If you don't like Undertaker, you can leave.
Of all time, my favorite wrestler is John Cena.
All-time favorite wrestler for me is Undertaker, and then John Cena, and then Roman Reigns.
Yeah, like, it sucks, bro. But,
yeah.
I mean, to wrap up the show, I want to get back to the MLB one more time.
Yeah, let's do it.
I want to talk about predictions for this year. So we'll start in the NL. Go NL East. Give me your standings, and then I'll give you mine. I don't need records. I just want to know where you're standing.
We'll go division by division. So let's do NL East today.
No, I'm not doing every division each week. No shot.
We have weekly.
I don't give a shit. Alright. We'll go every division right now.
In my NL East, I got Mets, I got Braves, Nats, Phillies, pile of dog shit, and then the Marlins, because the Marlins are straight up brutal.
Yeah, I mean, mine are pretty much the same, but I think like the Phillies and the Nats are going to compete.
So the thing is, the Philly and the Nats, like, those things are going to be here and there because injuries. Is Strasburg going to be the Strasburg that he was last year?
Is Corbin going to be good still?
Is Corbin, like, Strasburg, hey, here's all of our money. Now,
Max Scherzer
like,
good.
Scherzer's going to be Scherzer. He's a freak. He's going to be sick.
And you have to realize, like...
And their bullpen was terrible.
Strasburg was playing for a contract this year.
That's exactly. He doesn't care now.
Zach Wheeler was playing for a contract this year. That's why he pitched so well. He's in Philly. He's in Philadelphia.
That's why I didn't mind giving up Zach Wheeler. It's fine. Go ahead. Go. So don't be terrible for Philly and make a ton of money. Go for it.
I hope people hate on us right now.
For
saying the Mets are going to win the NL East.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hate on us. Yeah. Because when they do, I'll be on here.
With McNeil and Alonso and Conforto and Cespedes.
Yeah. All right. So it's mine is Mets, Braves. Phillies, Nats, Benchwarmers, Marlins. So now I'll go NL.
Holy Cross
baseball, Marlins. NL Central. I like the Cincinnati Reds at the top.
Dude, I love the Cincinnati Reds, dude. Stop. I love them.
So I got the Reds, Brewers, probably in 2 spots.
You think the Cardinals drop?
It's the same thing with the Nationals and the Phillies. I think they're right there. I think it's the two of them. So I'll say Brewers, Cardinals, Pirates, pieces of shit,
garbage,
and who else in that division? Why am I drawing a blank?
Cubs.
All right, so it's Cubs, Pirates.
Yeah,
so you agree? Same thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Except I would do I got Reds, Brewers, Cardinals.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Reds, Brewers, yeah.
And then we'll go to the West. Dodgers by a long shot.
Dodgers, yeah, they're so pissed off about this whole thing. They might beat the record this year. What's the most games won this season? The Mariners won like 122, I think.
Some crazy shit.
Dude, with that lineup, bro, why not?
Yeah. So I got easily the Dodgers at number 1. Arizona probably at 2.
The Diamondbacks with Bumgarner, but like then you got the Rockies also with Arenado. Like it's.
Oh, shit.
Been here for an hour. Where does that come from?
The Padres. Dude,
they need pitching.
Watch out for the Padres.
They need pitching.
A lot of people have the Padres at the 2 spot in the West.
I could go for that though. Dodgers, Padres,
Rockies,
D-backs.
or D-backs.
Listen, the D-backs were.
I just think the Rockies need more pieces around Arenado.
D-backs got Starlin Marte.
Yeah, I mean,
Starlin Marte's legit. I wish the Mets had him.
Yeah, so I would definitely go. So I'd go Dodgers,
Padres,
Diamondbacks,
Rockies,
Giants.
The Giants are going to be good soon. I like Yastrzemski and left.
Yeah,
I think he's good.
They're not going to be good now.
No. They don't got. I don't know who even pitches for them. I don't even know. Is Samardzija still even there? Like I don't even know.
Exactly. So let's jump across to the AL.
In the East, it's
the Yankees.
The Yankees by a long shot.
No doubt.
And then I think the Toronto's got 2.
No.
Over
Tampa
who? I'll give you that.
Tampa's 2.
Toronto's got 3. Tampa Bay.
Toronto.
Definitely got to go with Toronto. Boston.
Pile of dog shit.
You could put Cardinal Spellman. You could put Mount St. Michael. You could put all those god-awful teams at the bottom. And then you could put the Baltimore Orioles because they're terrible.
My fantasy
Do you think
team...
Adley Rutschman gets up this year? Their number 1 pick last year. You think he gets called up this year? It's a bold take. Let's remember that's a bold take.
Get him some MLB experience while you suck.
So the thing is, I agree with that, but I just don't think they're going to do it.
I think so. I think they'll give him a shot.
You think when the September calls
right?
Yes.
Yeah, who's catching?
Yeah, I couldn't name a player on the Orioles for you right now. Chris Davis.
Honestly, don't be surprised if it's at spring training.
I mean, if he starts raking
right
at
it,
hey, listen, he was a 4 year. What did he go to college for 4 years?
Yes.
He was at Oregon State for 4 years, won a championship and everything.
Yeah.
Like
so, like it at that point, I'm saying like
catcher going number 1. Who went number 1 last time?
Mike Piazza,
Joe Mauer.
That's right.
So
yeah, I mean,
look what Joe Mauer did.
Yeah, I mean,
he ended up switching to first base. But he was good.
I'm definitely calling him up, because you know what? Mark my words now. If Rutschman comes up this year early, he's going to be a first baseman by the end of his career.
Because the only thing is though,
he's kind of young.
They got to move on from Chris Davis though. They're paying that guy like $36 million a year to bat $170.
Yeah, to suck.
Bro, how many at bats did he go without a hit?
A lot.
64.
A lot.
Oh my god, that's 16 games going 0 for 4, and that's guaranteeing yourself 4 at bats in a lineup that can't get a hit.
Yeah.
So it's more like way more than that, like 20 games. For a Major League Baseball player.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then they go to the Central. Royals are in last place.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start at last place because the Royals are in
Detroit's right above them.
Detroit's right behind them.
Not
in second last place.
Not that far.
They're gonna fight for last place. They're both gonna try and lose games so that they can be in last place.
The
number
Indians,
one team is the Twins.
The number 1 team is the Twins, definitely.
And the Indians are the 3 team because the Chicago White Sox are going to be the number 2 team in that division.
You think they're going to compete for a wild card?
Yes, sir.
Really?
There's Manny Grandal, Yohan Moncada, Jose Abreu, Tim Anderson, bro.
They're good.
They're going to compete, dude.
So the thing is, the only thing that helps them is the fact that
and that pitching staff is good too.
The only thing with they have Kopech. The only thing with that is they're going to get lucky in terms of that's a bad division. So they're going to get to beat up on the Royals and the Tigers. The Indians aren't that good, so that's going to be good. And then even the Twins are at the top. They're still not that good. So they're still going to be there. Honestly, I would be surprised if they jumped them.
Yeah, dude.
The White Sox just...
Who was the pitcher for the White Sox last year who was absolutely dominating?
They had Kopech. They had Giolito.
Lucas Giolito. Bro, I'm telling you, dude.
Hey, why not?
That's your 2.
The only problem is, though, I don't know their bullpen. Who's in their bullpen? I don't even know.
They don't have a good bullpen. That's the thing. But
Nationals
didn't have a good bullpen. They won the World Series.
Gotcha.
And then you gotta go to the West. I got the Astros in last place. No.
I mean in the West,
who are the Astros? I don't even know.
I feel like you have to go Astros anyway.
Well,
the Angels aren't going above them.
The A's.
The Mariners? The Mariners are in last. That's it.
The A's won the wild card last year. They went to the wild card game last year. Dude, don't be surprised.
So I really like Semien. I like Luzardo.
I love me some Matt Chapman.
Love me some Matt Chapman right there. Third base
And
stud.
Olsen.
Olsen, he's good.
Dude, they're both on my Diamond Dynasty team.
Yeah.
Promoted the show yesterday, by the way. 15th anniversary edition. Yeah, I went big balling.
Gonna have to go that tomorrow.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, dude, the A's, I wouldn't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Alright, so what's your final predictions in that then?
I think I'm gonna give the A's that spot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I just think they come out and play this year. Especially that AL West is gonna be fired up to play the Astros, bro. Like it's. You have to I think the Angels compete for a wild card spot this year.
That I agree with as well.
You know what I'm saying? So like, don't be surprised if the Astros are the three spot in that division.
I would like the Angels a lot more. Like I would probably put the Angels at 1 if they did a better job of getting a pitcher. Yeah. If they would have signed Cole and Rendon, I would say book them for the DS. Book them for the DS right now.
Yeah, I'm saying they're winning.
Because you have Trout, Rendon, Shohei Ohtani. I don't think Cole Calhoun is on that team anymore. But like they're not bad.
But you're like legit like. If they got Garrett Cole and Anthony Rendon, I'm booking them to play at home in the ALDS.
Nah.
Yeah, like I'm playing them at home because that middle division sucks.
Yeah.
The Yankees are playing the winner of the wild card game.
Yeah. And they're going to be the Central. They're going to play the Central team.
And they're playing the winner at home.
The Twins or the White Sox, whoever.
So yeah, no, I definitely think that. Yeah, and I mean, listen, it's going to be a good MLB season.
Even though we hate hashtag fire Rob Man.
Yeah, hashtag fire Rob Man. Yeah, I mean, definitely think that it's gonna be really interesting. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to close up, I want you to eat shit because the Rangers won 3 straight this week.
They did win 3 straight. Last week, if you see last week, they played the Jets, they played the Wild, they played the Blue Jackets, and the Bruins. We went over all those games, and I said that they would go 2-2, and he had faith and said they would go 3-1. And he was correct. I didn't think they would be able to do it, but they did. So
they did. Damn right they did. And you can suck my balls. Thank you. And yeah,
good show.
Followed up. We're gonna make an Instagram soon. We'll throw out like the little things on there.
Yeah. King _Rinfred.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah. On the brain. Just look up my name. It'll come up probably.
That's it.
I think the picture's me being a stud playing baseball. So
mine's Joe Burrow.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Let's do it
here next week.
Boom.